All right, I'm gonna jump right into it, Austin. I have a couple of questions. They're really not a lot of questions, and I'll kind of let you just flow and how you answer. It's not, it doesn't have to be specific. Experiencing in his own independent freight dispatch company. If you're on the private Facebook group, you guys saw his post already, possibly, maybe. If you're on there, if you're not, shoot me an email so that I can send you the link so we can add you on there. And so, anyways, we're gonna jump right into the questions. First of all, Austin, I appreciate you, man, for coming on here and being able to be transparent and share a little bit about what you got going on, to be able to encourage some of these other people on here who may or may not be close to where you're at or whatever. Everybody's in different, levels. But with the first question, general question, can you just give us your name and maybe even like like where you from kind of thing, kind of just, breaking the ice.
Yeah. Well, as you've probably gathered, my name's Austin.
Austin.
Started dispatching a couple months ago. Before that, I was a truck driver, and before that, I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. And
Okay, so you started a couple of months ago, you said. So is that like 5, 4, 3,
so that's like going on 2.5, 3 months now.
2.5, 3
Spent
months?
about
Nice.
2 weeks getting everything set up.
Nice.
Uh,
Okay. So that's actually going to lead me into my next question. And that is, number one, what attracted you to dispatching? In addition to that question, how was it like being a driver? And did it give you kind of an upper hand as far as dispatching goes because of the understanding of the driver dispatcher relationship?
I mean, I've kind of had the entrepreneurial bug since I was a kid. I mean, ever since I've been working since I was 7 years old, and I started, mowing lawns. My mom printed off a bunch of flyers for me. I'd go around handing them out, leaving them under people's windshields, going in the grocery stores, leaving them up. So I always kind of liked working for myself. As I got a little older, I ended up just working for other people, and nothing wrong with that. But most of the truly successful, mega successful people out there, a lot of them are entrepreneurs, own their own businesses, and really believe in what they're doing. And I kind of wanted that, kind of that independence, and also just the fact that you can work remotely is phenomenal. I don't have to get up. I was a local driver, so I'd get up, drive about 40 minutes to work 12 hours a day, and drive 40 minutes back home. And hopefully in a couple of weeks I won't be doing that anymore.
You mentioned something that I think is key, man. And you said you've been working since you were 7, so you already have that work ethic like installed in you, or instilled in you. And I think that's so key, because I get a lot of people that'll email or even sometimes try to call, but they'll email, or even if I'm doing one-on-ones and stuff. And a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, Francisco, what will I make, the first month, or what will I make the first week or whatever?" And I'll be like, well, it's kind of a hard question to ask, because it's all dependent upon your work ethic, really. If you're lazy, you're not gonna make nothing. But if you work hard and you're consistent in what you're doing, then there's potential to make money. But it's hard to answer that question because it's going to vary between person. But I feel like the common denominator is always going to be your work ethic. So it makes sense. I mean, you said you've been working since 7. That makes sense that you've been able to experience quick success in your dispatch business.
So I'm just I'm looking at your stuff. I'm like, oh man, this is really good stuff. I haven't thought about this before. I wonder if this guy's got a course. And of course, you mentioned your course.
Yeah.
So I took the course, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Filling in all the gaps. I'm like, all right, this is perfect.
Now with that, what have you, and be honest and transparent, have you utilized any of the strategies in the course, and give your own critique on whether it did or didn't work or whatever, and then that'll lead me into the last question.
Dude, I was going back to your course as I was dispatching my first load.
That's
No
all.
joke. No joke. I was like, oh crap, how do you say to do this? What's connecting again? Like, what? Okay, wait. What's a rate con? Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I love your story. It's crazy because you don't play games. Boy, it makes sense. You were a Marine. So last question, and then I'll open it up for the last 15 minutes here, is what are your future plans for your company? What's your future plans? What are you looking to do with this?
Well, my most immediate goal, and I guess this would be like a 3-month goal, probably a little sooner than that, is to own my job, as in I'm doing this full time. I'm kind of essentially working 2 full-time jobs now, this and my night job. So basically, step one, solely work on my business, be self-employed, right? Second is to scale it to the point I have to start hiring team members, because you can accomplish more as a team than you can as an individual, right? And then from that, I just kind of want to expand the amount of different services I'm offering, like, IFTA filing, some carriers. I remember you mentioning this in your course, and it's a snippet of information I've kept in the back of my brain that's about to make me some money now. Is that, I had a driver I had a fleet owner. He's bringing on some more trucks, and he wants me to audit all the logbooks every month for each driver.
I love it.
And I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, $20 a month per driver.
And it's
not times 5, an extra little $100.
And it's not even hard. I mean, first of all, because you were a local driver. I don't know if they had you on ELD logs or not.
We had 12-hour shifts, but when I was doing short hauls, because they'd have me do that occasionally, then I would have to do ELD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have more of a little bit of experience in understanding how to do that. Man, that's dope. I love it. So you want to expand into pot. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and then from there, I want to be able to once I build up enough cash reserves, I'm kind of debating with this new AB5 law that's coming out. I don't know if I'll be able to create my own MC and lease on other owner operators, or how that's going to play out. I'm kind of waiting to see how that happens.
You're located in the West Coast?
I'm located in Iowa, so I'm actually the Midwest.
Okay, Midwest. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing that people are worried about, is that it's going to spread from California throughout a lot of the rest of the country.
Right. Which is very highly, it's very likely. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for now, you can just, okay, you're not in California, just establish your authority in another state.
Absolutely.
And that might increase some demand. I was pretty red. They don't like regulation. So, they might, it might be one of those few states that holds out for a really long time.
Yeah.
As far as AB5, so I can, that might create some demand for people to lease on under my authority. So I might do that. If I build up enough cash reserves, maybe I can offer some factoring. And I think when I've really made it, like I'm talking like 5-10 years from now, start buying drop lots and developing those and letting carriers store their trailers there.
Man, with that being said, I don't want to keep Austin on here too much longer. We'll open it up for let's say 7 minutes. Let's do 7 minutes as we're wrapping up this video. If you guys had any questions for Austin,